Energy, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
James, are you ready?
Yeah, you gotta stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
That's right. Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. Of course I'm ready. In a world where, um, in a world where, in a world where, when you're in a relationship and you still don't see who the person really is,
Mm.
you tried everything, but you just don't. But you don't give up though, and you end up in a rabbit hole where you're chasing. You don't even know who this person is. You're asking their friends, their family members, and nothing.
Mm.
You blink your eyes and you're just like, how did 20 years go by?
Mm. Jeez.
I don't even know you anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know you anymore. But we
How
did
did you
you
get
get
here?
here? This is the vent. I'm one of your hosts, Del Najero. I got my other host here.
Hi, the nerdsy.
I got my other host live from Dedmonton, aka Edmonton.
Huh, we're at
Pastor
20 live.
L.
It's
James.
the weather is like it's nice.
What is
We
it?
here.
Really?
It's so nice to the point that the community is so nice. They even the crackheads try to help you with your bags.
Wow, that's you know
Um,
what? At least
That's how
at,
nice it is.
that's it's funny.
Dang.
At least yo, there was a joke I read like at least like back in the day they were resourceful in a way. Like they'll fix your car and stuff like that, but now something happened where like yo, they're like hitting you with needles and
What?
they're like sticking you up with box cutters, like give me your stuff. Like yo, I don't know what happened.
I blame the people that just
Yo,
would
I don't know what
shun them.
happened.
I blame the people that would shun them still.
Really?
They would
Oh,
Because
shun them.
I blame those people because those people made it worse for them. Like, why are you bullying them? They just want you. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. Let
right.
them be. But now you get aggressive, and then now they get aggressive, and then you're looking at them like they're crazy because when they bite you, you might have something.
That's wow. Okay, straight to biting. That's
Jeez.
okay.
Wow. I'm feeling the
Like,
tetanus
what?
shot happening.
That's yo tetanus shot. That's crazy. They're not yo tetanus shot. Holy, I've had those in a while. Now,
Mm,
speaking of not tetanus shots, but speaking of people biting their teeth in anger, Loblaws.
Mm.
So
Mm.
people have had enough, guys.
Oh.
They're tired of the high prices. They're tired
Oh.
of everything. Like
You know, your favorite brand of something is not available on the shelves.
that. Oh, yo,
No, the pricing of family pack has like increased.
yo.
The
mm,
decrease of actual packages, but the increase of the price.
How does okay? First of all, I never understood how is that even legal.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
How's that
gosh.
legal?
Oh my gosh. And then on top of it, what is it? The things not being on sale like they used to be. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
what
That's
is the point of the PC points card? What's the point?
yeah. At this stage right now, yeah, I don't
Yeah. I
The
didn't.
only way it's beneficial for you is if you're getting it with gas.
yes.
That's the
Ooh,
only
okay.
way. Like shopping, it's a but gas you might run a little something.
Yeah.
Never thought about it with gas. Hmm.
Yeah, because on average you're probably pumping you would sorry. With these numbers,
Okay.
you would probably be on a basic if you got a nice like four cylinder or whatever type of 4 liter kind of yeah 4 cylinder type of car.
Right.
You're probably doing like 40 liters in your vehicle,
Right.
and
I can hear my American listeners going, "What? 40 liters? What?
yeah, trust me.
What? What is that?
And that could you
Liters?"
could spend like about anywhere from $50 to $65 a week
Right.
with these prices though, at $1.50,
Hmm
Right.
right? $1.50. So yeah, you could get some points on that, you know. because you're not really well, I don't know about everybody's grocery bill, but you're not really shopping like that, like for
Right. Yeah.
groceries. You're not dropping $50. Again, I don't know a lot of people's grocery bill, but
I'll be very impressed if someone were able to drop $50 a week.
a week. $50 to $60 a week?
A
65
week
for groceries?
for groceries. Yeah, that's
Is this a Canada wide thing though? I wonder because okay, let me because I went to Walmart.
Uh-huh.
Well, I Uber Eats to Walmart, and
Mm.
I got basically. Let me tell you my receipt
Mm.
because
oh,
I'm kind of like I don't know if it's just everything is getting high. I know Loblaws is on some like mafia, the Marlow, the price goes up of the brick, but like I basically got a 12 pack Lipton iced tea,
okay.
original Hawaiian sweet rolls,
That's
blueberry muffins like the the bakery section,
Mm-hmm.
and great value like just a 4 liter like jug of water.
Mm.
okay.
That came up to $37.
30 what? 37.
For
37
four
Now,
items?
for 4
That's like
items.
$10 each.
wait, no, not wait, hold on. That's 37 with the total. Hold on. I forgot what the hold on.
That is
That's the
basically
total.
$10 each thing.
That's the total. But hold on. Let me check the
Yeah, cuz
receipt.
Yeah.
like like
Oh, sorry. So $21.
oh,
Oh.
okay, I was about to
21.
say.
Sorry. I have you guys lose your mind. $21.
I was like,
Sorry.
"What?"
I was concerned.
Yeah, my bad.
I was like, "Wait." I was
$21.
like, "Ain't no
The
way."
water is $10?
Sorry, $21. $21. My bad, dog.
Woo! Wow. Okay, so 4 items. It
Hmm.
was basically like $5 each.
Basically.
No, that's yeah, 4 or 5s. Yes, that
4
is
5
Hmm.
yeah,
20.
roughly, yeah.
Yes, so about $5-6 each item.
Like
Hmm.
like I tell you guys, the minute you leave your house, you have to have $20 minimum.
You need to have $80 minimum. What are you saying?
No, but I mean no, but I mean like the minute like okay, like you gotta do like a quick run and pick up a few things.
$20 is not gonna cut it no more.
Yo, do you remember when the $20 would serve you for the week?
That would.
That you're
You could have got gas with $20 and be
mm,
Listen
okay.
to me. I hated
mm,
when my
Twenty-five
parents would
dollars
give
a
me,
week for
yo,
gas. That would have been okay.
$20 in the gas back in the
Yeah.
day. I hated when my parents made me go out there. Now, $20 of gas, you don't even get cold outside.
Yeah.
you don't it's just
By the time you put the pump in there, squeeze the thing, you ease your hand just to relax a little, the gas done.
that's yeah,
That's
I
it.
don't know.
$20 is not getting you anything.
I don't know how this is gonna go, but for Loblaws though, apparently there's an organization. I don't know who specifically, but what they plan to do. What I read first was like they were going to boycott it, right, for
Boycott.
May.
Hmm.
It went left. Now in the current state, it's like boycotting, but now allegedly it's going to go left.
Okay.
Like like it's gonna be the time where like when there was a winter storm back in when I was in grade 8, and everyone just piled into the no, not the grocery store. They piled into that corner store, and people just started
Reaching.
just snatching
Oh.
everything in sight.
Okay.
You
I
got
think
you know
I think it's just the weirdest thing when it comes to like I don't know if it's like a social construct or there's a science to this,
Mm.
but like the boycott was a great thing. Sound great, let them feel it in their pockets. And there's always some nuts, unstable person
Mm.
that decides to go rob them.
Mm.
It's
which
like, wait, hold
is
on, that wasn't a part of the plan. We're trying to
Mm.
spread awareness. It's like, rob them.
Mm.
Like, there's always something like, someone's like, let's just hold this guy hostage. And then there's that one person who's like, kill him. And you're
Mm.
like,
he's like
wait, hold on, I mean, if we rob, and that's the thing, like, that's where the problem goes left because if you start robbing them, they could just bump up an insurance claim.
Right.
If
oh
you just
true yeah
decide to not spend at all, and Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't for like ever since they boycott McDonald's, I have went into McDonald's, but the reason why I had to McDonald's because there weren't long drive-throughs anymore
That wow. Okay, that's wait. The boycotting McDonald's like
because of the whole, Palestine, who they supported and whatever.
oh right. Okay, yeah,
A
okay.
lot of people stopped going to McDonald's, and I needed something to eat, and I realized how fast I got out of there. I'm like, wait, hold on,
That is so
and the
funny.
fries are fresh. This is
Not all their
interesting.
fries are.
Yo, the fries
You see what I'm saying?
that don't expire apparently, but
That is so funny.
But do you think, are you, let me ask you guys, are you guys supporting the Loblaws boycott?
I mean I kind of do indirectly anyways.
I mean, I just don't really shop there. So,
But that's like the whole thing, Loblaws, no frills, shoppers.
because they're all under the same chain, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
TNT
super center.
supermarket.
I
Yeah.
mean, I like no frills. So I will continue to shop with no frills because the price is always right there.
But Nerd
So,
Z,
But
the
but
cause,
but
the
it's
cause.
but it's under Loblaws.
um, I didn't know that until you guys told me. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
That's funny. That is funny.
I
you
feel
know
like a
what I
lot of
did
people do feel that
remember?
way.
I did remember the one time when everybody just turned off their lights at a certain time,
Mm,
and then like the power rates went down.
mm.
Remember that?
What yo? That hasn't happened since COVID, has it?
Because I remember that you know why? Because I remember they did like a blackout concert when all the lights were off, and then Nelly Furtado was singing turn off the lights" in like a dark room or something.
Right.
And I was just like, it's for the campaign, but it worked. The price went down.
That was wait. What did they call that before? No, I just realized I haven't seen that in like years.
And
It's
these guys said, I think if we do that with Loblaws and stop spending money on them President's Choice decadent cookies and
I'm rolling.
anything, I think they would have to make some changes.
In their pricing,
I think so.
see now, if that does happen, it could possibly generate that. The only way I could think of it happening and working out that way is because, and this is where I'm going to say like the technical parts of it, right? If less people buy things and they have more inventory available, that means they have an abundance of things. Especially when things are, they have like a date, a deadline as to when they need to be off their shelves, right? So they're
Mhm.
gonna try and sell those as quickly as possible, and that might charge for lower prices because they would need to get rid of those items as quickly as possible.
it was
Yeah,
crazy.
and I think
They
that's a
tried
part of the plan.
they tried to remove it early and they immediately went like, no, what are you guys doing? Like
Plus, I think the other issue that's happening really is the too good to go.
too good to go.
Yes. So
Yeah,
there's
the
this
that those are blessed.
so there's this app that's available for people if you want it at a very discounted price. They are like considered your very last sale, or they need to be removed from the shelves
Right.
because maybe the date is maybe a day old, or the date, or whatever the case may be, the circumstances as to why they need to get rid of it.
Right. Okay.
So they'll reduce the price at like a fraction, like literally a fraction of like even sale prices, and you would get this on like a load. But the thing is, you don't know what you're going to be getting.
Oh, okay.
That's the counter.
It's like those Chinese restaurants do too good to go
Yes.
too. Like they'll do it like they'll be like you'll get a box, a
Yes.
mystery box, and you'll get like
I miss
noodles.
yo.
Yeah.
You'll get like this chicken and that
Yeah.
chicken, whatever they have left, and they're just trying to portion it out to get
Yeah.
rid of it.
That's what it
That's
is.
what they do.
Ooh, I don't know if I was.
Right. But
I
for
don't
some people,
know.
Because
it's
even
really great, right? Because then
yeah,
you're
pizza does it
right.
sometimes.
So you're getting something at a reduced price that you would have gotten at a wholesale price or even on sale, but now it's even a fraction of that. And I personally feel like, it's my feeling, my personal opinion, I feel like this good to go is the same example of Airbnb. It then counteracted and made pricing for housing skyrocket.
Right, right. I should, yeah. Like,
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't know
that's how I feel about
because
this Too Good to Go.
wait, because this sounds like I'm sure you guys heard the term drop shipping,
Mhm.
where like stuff they can't get rid of in stores, they just put in the skid and they're like, just buy the
Mhm.
skid
Mhm.
for this price, and you buy it, and then
Mhm.
someone
Whatever
flips
you
it,
get and flip it. Mhm.
and because they flipped it, they're watching the price and going, oh, it's going for that. You know what?
Mhm.
Nah, up it.
Yes.
That kind of
So it makes that consumerism and capitalism stuff go up because it's like, okay, why make sales if people are gonna buy on Too Good to Go? We might as well hold out, keep it at full price, and then when it's on the last day, put it in, ship it in Too Good to Go.
Hmm.
but I think the main thing why they're boycotting Loblaws is because their prices make no logical sense. Like when they go up, it doesn't make no logical sense because you could go around to other stores and they're like, they have this for $2. You have the same product for $5.
Well,
Which
Why?
is
isn't it because they're considered a different
class.
It's a
clientele?
so
Yeah, like,
they call it a soul class, but everybody has the same Ross Ritz crackers.
oh, don't get me wrong. I am not disagreeing with you, sir. But
I
their
understand,
market is for the uppity, okay?
and
For the people who
I
feel like they should not
understand.
be sharing the same space or aisles with certain peoples.
Damn.
But let me be honest with you.
Damn.
You know who the real cheap people are? Are the uppity people.
Of course.
Or heh,
They're more frugal.
frugal. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
They're
the
hyper frugal. A
uppity
lot
cheap.
of them are there for the face because if you only know what I'll say, based off experience working at one of those high end Loblaw shops,
Mhm.
the amount of people that ask for price match and get mad when they find out this is a high end store, we don't do price match,
Hmm.
is an interesting thing. But at the end of the day, I do think that should be a proper boycott. I think the Walmart will love that,
Oh, that's I mean, and Costco
and Fresco.
and Fresco, yeah, and Farm Boy, yeah. There's a lot of who else? Who else?
I think
Giant.
Farm Boy is a part of Loblaws, isn't it not?
No.
Who's under who?
Wait. Now I gotta.
Yeah.
I th- I want to say no, but hold on.
But yeah. But I think, yeah, because I go to Walmart. And that's the thing. I think about certain things because I remember at one point everybody wanted to boycott Walmart. And I'm like,
So
I
it
don't
is. The
know.
family
Who could
includes
boycott?
Atlantic, Superstore, Dominion, Loblaws, Maxi, No Frills,
No
Provigo, La
way.
Marche, Value Mart, Real Canadian Superstore, Wholesale Club, Your Independent Grocer, and Sears.
Wow. So Farm Boy is under it. Damn. That's
Well,
Hmm.
yeah, Walmart might have to be the place to go. And Fresco.
food basic
I,
basics.
I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with the boycott. Go boycott the thing. Let them realize, like even with McDonald's, like they've been hurting for the boycott. That the man just said, you know what, ceasefire, please.
Yeah. This. What was it? I think it was McDonald's and Starbucks too. I think.
Oh, so the real conglomerates when it comes to grocery stores are Empire Company, Safeway, IGA, and Foodland.
IG's a name I haven't heard in a while. But
Let's see.
safe
I haven't heard of IGA in a
for those that
long
are
time.
listening and watching, Safeway is also. If you're in California, you'll see a lot of them too. Safeway.
Mm,
Oh no, I lied.
I don't
Sobeys.
know.
So sorry. The three are Loblaws, Metro, and Sobeys.
Oh, I forgot about them. Sobeys.
Those are the three. And for
Well,
Sobeys, they own Safeway, IGA, Foodland,
Oh,
well,
but
okay.
they're under
Loblaws.
Empire
I think
Company.
the boycott should be interesting. I was kind of annoyed that they chose May.
May to
They
do
should have
it.
just waited. They should have done it in
So they're
June.
planning this boycott.
Oh, dude, in the summer.
Why
They
would
no,
you do
no,
it in the
because
summer?
they're doing it in May because I think May is just the month they chose. But I wanted to go. I like, where am I gonna get my La Roca cake for my birthday?
That actually makes sense to do
Yeah.
it in May though, because that's the beginning of harvest.
Oh, shoot. The big.
Well,
Interesting.
Hmm.
and the thing about it, it's funny because it's like Loblaw, like Fortinos and all these other places, it's not that they all get their things from the same place. It's
The
just
same vendor, yeah.
because I think like Loblaws and Fortinos, they get first pickings.
Like the
They
best
get
looking.
they get the first picks,
Right.
and then everybody picks after. It's all from the same place, but you get the first pick, and then they get the second, and then it goes down the line from then.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, I'm down for the boycott. I'll say that I'm down for the boycott. You know what I mean? If we can bring back dollar apple juices and certain things, because I don't know,
Man,
because you can't control. There's certain things you can't control, like the packaging getting smaller because they're saying they're going green when it's like, nope, you're just taking more food out the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like we can't really control those type of things. But like,
well, it's because we don't produce our own stuff.
yeah,
Canada's
well,
number one problem right now.
We need to
mhm.
start producing our own things.
That's the number one problem here.
Because think of
And
it.
then you
We're
wouldn't.
like, you have to think of it. We could be probably spending less here because if we were producing our own stuff instead of having to like get it labored from somewhere else and then ship it to us, all of that costs money. Instead of just pay homegrown and you don't have to pay for the transportation heavy like that. What trading and exporting fees do you have to pay for? What travel fees do you have to pay for? What labor on top of labor do you have to pay for all of that?
That
But
part.
but but Nerd, see, that's not what we want right now.
Ah,
We
Wow.
need
ah,
to let these people not have jobs.
ah.
Okay,
And
we need to swell the immigrants. We need to swell things up.
Wow.
every
Wow.
time I hear these things, yo.
Swell.
Inflation means swelling. We need to swell these things until new world order.
That's wow. That's I don't think you would
You
go there,
know,
but that's. I was gonna
come
say,
on, let's just overload these prices that people can afford things, so they get mad enough to to break and steal. So we lock everything up.
Right.
that's
Let's
slowly
let
happening though. Like the lock up
let's
everything. That's definitely happening.
and then you know what to do when we lock it up. If we lock it up, we won't need that much people to, you
Mm.
know.
Mm.
Remember, there's even like what's it called? There's a grocery store. I saw they just showed it. I don't know what it was, a grocery store or whatever that like literally you order everything from like a lap, like a tablet or like a
Mm-hmm.
desktop
Mm-hmm.
picture, and then the bag just
Hmm.
drops out the side like a speakeasy thing, and it's
Oh,
like a vending machine type thing, but you just have to wait because it's like you know it's just AI and technology, and AI is helping them. AI is helping them.
I mean, in the city here, like there's a pizza maker here that's robotic,
Mm.
and there's coffee makers here that are robotic.
Mm.
Yeah, so you just walk in, you just tab what you want, and you see it go, and boom,
Mm.
coffee out. Or it makes the pizza you want. It'll probably tell you like come back in like 5 minutes or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it just goes boom, serves your pizza there. No
But
one
you know
manning it.
what's it's one thing that AI and all these people, these higher ups don't have
Mm.
a heart.
Hmm, that is true. Some people be in mansions and they're just wigging out because they burn their friends, they burn their family, they burn their loved ones. You know,
Mm.
You know,
but
when people die, they don't care about how they died. They care about now. Is this gonna affect our insurance claim?
that's yo.
Who can we hire to replace this person right now?
Not who can we hire.
But yo,
Yeah, I know it's all sad and all, but we need another worker.
I can't.
no, but Z, that's
That
a very real
lacks
thing. Like
so much
That
humanity.
person, that person's injured. Oh, it's so sad. He didn't pay for the health insurance yet.
I can't.
Let's.
Mm.
Oh, these guys are burnt out. Oh, it's okay, fine. Get them a pizza party.
That's so wrong.
they always, yo, why is it always a pizza party?
Because what else can they afford?
They
Because
can
then
eat.
they could write off the pizza party. Or it's probably a partnered pizza people that they can write off. You know what I mean?
That is wild. Like, but yes,
Okay,
speaking of,
so sorry. I was gonna say like so boycotting, what is the end all of it? It's just literally to reduce prices.
To tell you the truth, I feel like if this boycott actually works, it's gonna affect them really bad
mm,
because it's one of those things that like if you like, it's one of those things where it's like one day, if this is one day that not even a month, one day that someone says we are not spending in any of these stores,
Mm.
and this is like GTA wide,
Mm.
that is gonna shake the room for these guys because these guys probably have, they're looking at the computers and you see zero. Because some people they probably have a system that they order every time. This we're so confident that this is gonna sell, we order every Monday the same
Mm-hmm.
thing.
right.
Now you go to your board and you look, it's like, what? This is all these expenses, but there's no return. You know what I
It
mean?
just sits there collecting dust. Yeah, I mean,
So they're gonna have to do something. But
Mm.
you know what I mean? The way I see it, they probably just hired somebody to say, you know what, just be on their side and then try to convince everybody to steal. You know what I mean? There's
right.
always the one Judas in the group that just tries to shift everything around,
Mm.
which has no heart.
Which has yeah, which has no hearts.
Okay.
Well, speaking of heart,
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean love,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess you could put that together.
right. The question,
What was
yeah,
what was the question you had?
so the question posed was, do you see the true? Okay, there's a person that you're in love with, or you're in love with each other. Do you see their true self
When in love.
when in love? I don't.
I'll
Their
think about it
true
first.
self.
Their true self
When in love.
when in love. Yeah.
I think you see your true self when an issue ensues, like a circumstance that is not a part of that relationship. Like
Okay.
let's say the whole time the guy is working, and then the fine guy gets laid off,
Mm.
so he can't pay for everything like he should, and because of the situation, he has a hard time finding a job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It could be him or her or whoever the partner is. Are they loving the person to stay in that mix,
Mm.
or was it just a sponsorship?
Hmm.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
I feel like it's a little bit more dimensional than that. But
The,
I mean, it can be, but
yeah.
a lot of times it's usually just one, pandemic. You're like this all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And the pandemic is literally like, well, the world is locked down. That means you got to stay in the house together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're like every day. It's like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me?
I
It's
mean,
like,
it's true. A lot of people there was a high rise of divorces during the pandemic
the
where people were together and then they realized or they realized that people had stepped out or they were cheating the entire time during the relationship
damn.
because the times that they were separate is when they went and did all these things, right? So,
Wow.
yeah, or people found out who their real partner was, who they actually married
Who
for
they
all these years.
for all these years?
Yep.
some of these people are like, I was so busy at work the whole time I didn't realize the type of person you are.
Right?
Wow. Such a double entendre. Busy at work, but busy at work. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But it's funny because you know what? During that time, I remember watching a girl where she was talking, where she was upstairs recording the conversation between her parents, talking about like I think the father was being emotionally abusive towards the mother, and he admitted that he was cheating on her the entire time
Wow.
because he was like he can't be here in this house with her because it's driving her nuts, and that's the reason why he had stepped out of the relationship and all this other stuff. And then as the conversation like unfolded, the wife was like asking for divorce.
As someone
Yeah.
would should. Yeah.
So it's like Sometimes people really don't know. But I don't think that's love. That's the thing.
You don't think it's love?
No. Because love has a level of transparency and vulnerability.
But it seems a lot of people don't practice that part though.
Then it's not love.
Hey,
That's how I see it.
my angle
Uh,
earlier before like we like went on the pod, I was like, sometimes you see it when the person's in lust.
Mm.
Like when a person's in lust, they tend to like like it's very it's like subconscious. It's like it just slips out who they really are.
Mm.
But for some reason, when they're being loved on, it's kind of like, no, I can't really be. I don't know what that's about. Like they're not, yeah,
Mm.
like you just said, like they're not as transparent, they're not as
Yeah.
vulnerable. But something about lust just it brings it out of them. It's, it brings the evil out.
I can't. Not the evil.
I don't even think it's the evil. I
Not,
think it's just like
not to be
who they
dramatic,
already
but
were. I feel like they were just like, oh, fast pace. We don't
Fast
need to
pace.
get too deep. We don't need to get into my heart, my soul, and change me. This is what I want from you. This is what you want from me. Let's just get this done
Mm.
wow.
and call it a day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I
You
mean,
love me. I love you. Let's just set it right.
Mm.
It's like don't worry about the dangers. Don't worry about my life when I don't see you. Don't worry about any of this stuff. Don't worry about how I feel right now. I need you to do this for me, and I'll do this for you.
Mm.
That's how we move. You know what I mean?
but some people move like that though.
Yeah, some people
Like
do move like
it's
that.
and then it takes a pandemic. Would you say? And then it just reveals what really is going on. Like
Sometimes it just takes a question. It's not even a pandemic. Sometimes it's a question.
That's true.
Literally, just like, okay, so what are we doing in this situation right now?
Right.
And the man's like, man, I don't want to hear about this right now, man. Why you keep bringing this up?
Mm.
just
You know what I mean?
right.
Well, I mean, like,
Sometimes
is that because the person doesn't actually deal well with stress or like change or conflict, like all those things,
it could be anything. It
right?
could be anything, right?
You're stressing me out. Ah.
Right. And how do
What do
you
you
not?
mean?
How
What
do you
are
not know?
we? What are we?
How do you not know
We're
that it's stressing
here.
you? I mean, so the question being that, can you see the person for who they are when in love?
Right.
I think you. I think at first you're probably blinded,
Ooh.
but
Definitely
and you put on your
blindsided.
best self.
Right.
But then as time goes by and that wears away and you start getting more familiar with the person, you start to also see the other side of them.
Hmm.
But you will see them eventually, like all sides of them.
So my question is like,
Hmm.
let's say when you fall in love,
Mm,
when should your logic or your brain click? Because a lot of times we see, like, in the end of it, and let's say, like, relationships done, or like the issues up in the smoke, or
mm,
something blows up, where you sit and you look back, sometimes you'll be like, I knew this the whole time.
mm-hmm.
Oh shoot. Right. I
I
mean,
mean, your logic should be always there, should never like disappear. But
but hey.
sometimes yeah, your feelings get the best of you in all scenarios, like whether angry, sad, or happy, right? Sometimes you just overlook things because you're emotionally high. Um,
Hmm.
but logic wise, I think sometimes the I think really what the issue is, even if you do use logic, is intention. You still have to prove the intention, whether it
Hmm.
is misaligning to the actions or what the person's actual thinking is.
Right.
That is always a part that's going to be like your logic, no matter how much you're like, well, this person didn't do A, B, and C. They didn't follow through with X, Y, and Z. Da da da. But if they turn around and said, "Oh, I didn't see it that way," or "Oh, Um, in that given situation, like I wouldn't act like that, but for that, it's like this is just a hit or miss in this situation,
Right.
or um, I'm growing. I'm not a perfect person. I'm a progressing person.
Oh, oh shoot.
So, or it's like we come from two different sides of the sidewalk. So, the rules of engagement in my understanding or my community or the way I was raised, it's never been a problem. But clearly, you're bringing that to me. This is the first time anyone has ever brought that problem to me or
Hmm.
have seen a conflict, right?
Why do you want to fix me?
So your
That's I
logic,
mean,
your logic going about it, you have to then be like, is this really how they really feel, or is it any of the above, right? They didn't know, or they're
Hmm.
ignorant of the fact or whatever. And only time would be able to tell that and answer that question. But do you got time?
but do you wow, but do you got time? That's actually that is really hey. Cuz like I said earlier, sometimes 20 years go by and you're just like, "Oh,
It's like I never knew, but I knew.
but it's like yeah, it's like
A lot of people's
yeah.
relationships are just a routine.
Oh
Facts.
shoot.
Facts.
Oh.
No, that's a fact. That is
Ooh.
a fact on fact.
Ooh.
There's
Fact.
no growth. There's no growth. There's no adaptation.
Nothing.
And when it does come, it's like, I don't want to adapt with you.
Yeah. Or they are
Damn.
two living they're two people living two different lives and come together just for parts of the day.
Yeah,
Right,
That
right,
is
where
it.
it
right, right.
fits. Where it fits. They don't fit anywhere else,
Yeah.
but this is the part that fits. You
And
know what I
that's
mean?
it.
It's like a
Mm.
coke. It's like a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
It's like
But they're living their
I don't.
own
I'm not a
life.
crackhead, but I dabble into it. I
I'm
don't.
wow, that's
It's like I don't like drugs, but it's this is a major. Sometimes that part is the major part of the week.
Mhm.
That person or that thing is like, listen, just to get through the week, I need a hit.
that's
Mhm.
just to get through it. Wow.
Hmm.
But then when other like important things happen, it's like, have you talked to your call your mom for that or call your
Yeah.
sister,
Significant other.
call your
Your
friends.
priorities are way off.
Can you Google that?
Mhm.
You know, damn.
Mhm.
Like I said earlier, um, if I can't even like sleep at the place comfortably, and through actions, like I see her like there's no like a little bit of nurture or like being a good host. Like
Mm.
if you have a guest coming at your house, it's like okay, that's a good way to determine like how they move, how they treat like their when you're in their humble of a bowl.
Mhm.
Like
But sometimes people they don't actually engage in those things because they're like, "Oh, it's my space. Why do I have to cater?"
it's but you see,
Some people are like that, and I've met people like that. I've met people like that. I've
And
dated
how
someone
are
like
those
that.
people doing? How are those people doing?
that's I mean, so you come in the house,
You got to
no,
bring your own things.
you got to bring your
They
own
are not they
things.
are not catering to you. They're not offering nothing to you. Nothing.
Jeez,
But then when they pull up to yours, they're the first person to open your fridge.
Yep.
yo, oh, that's yo.
Yep.
Is that
Or
the
they're
person you
upset
want to
that you're
work?
not offering anything to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That sounds like a greedy lover. Sounds like a greedy
It
lover.
sounds
Like
very one-sided.
Yep.
damn.
And the thing is, you got to choose whether or not you want to stay with that person now. Listen here, you little.
And if you made that decision, don't complain when things hit the fan.
That's facts.
A lot of people, if you know this happened and you know what it was, don't be like, I can't believe this happened. No, you knew it was gonna happen.
But then that's the thing, and this is where it goes back to what I was saying about time. Only time will tell, right? Because like these are those things where someone's like, I saw the sign and then I ignored it.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing. I think time will tell, but certain things is just blatant. Like that one strategy you said that you go to and they don't wanna thing. And especially if you brought it up to the person and nothing changes and they're still like that,
Mm-hmm.
don't think in the future it's going to be the same
Gonna
thing if you don't
change.
see any type of progress. No.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
And I think the part that really does it for people is that when in a dire situation, all of a sudden it's like, why did you think this person was gonna be this way? Why did you think that they were gonna all of a sudden start catering to you when you knew that they didn't cater to you in this situation when it was small? Now you think they're gonna start catering?
Like in a big like yeah.
It's not gonna work.
And then it's just the same old cycle.
Wow. I mean, like I was also saying earlier too, like off camera, like I see why people do like techniques,
Oh, for dating.
yeah, to bait people to be like, who are you really?
Mm.
Like
So,
bear traps or rabbit traps or deer traps, whatever.
but
And a lot of people
unfortunately,
be love bombing crazy, love bombing like the nuclear love bombs, weapons of mass destruction,
that's
love
that's
bombs.
one way. Because the other day, so this lady that I saw the other day, she was telling me about her dating experience, and she was talking about how she's been doing laws of attraction, and she's really like putting it
Oh,
out there, and she's been getting a lot of offers and stuff like that. But she was like a little bit concerned about the offers, and I was like,
okay.
okay. And she's like, yeah, like some guys, she's like, off the first date, they're just like, you're really fun. If at any point you want to have a kid, I'll give you a kid.
That's I mean,
First date.
what's your okay? You don't have to say her age, but what's her age range? Because
Um,
that might be.
late 35. 35 to 40.
I can see that's a weird flex for some guys to do,
Does
but
does that person have a kid already?
No,
I can see why
never married, never no child.
I can see
I
why
can see
someone would
people
like
rushing the process right now. I can see people rushing in the process, but
yeah, because
I mean,
that's
yeah.
usually the age range where it's like oh if you don't
Mm-hmm.
time's running out if you don't get biological clock and everything
Mm-hmm.
that off the hip like no but that's
Off the hip. And the joke was, it wasn't only one person; it was multiple, multiple people saying this to her.
let me try to balance this. Do you think uh the guys she went on dates with from their experiences, do you think they got hit up with that question like they go on a date, they're thinking it's gonna be a fun thing, and then the woman's like, look, what are your plans for the future? I want this type of kids. Look, you don't even have to like look
Be
after your
there.
kid, be there really, just
Mm.
I
So
was gonna
so
ask, what is she?
maybe it's like they're going okay if this is how the women are in this age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just all right, I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind. I'll
Mm-hmm.
give you.
No, she was like, when they said that, her response, when she was telling me, she was like, her response was like, okay, so you want to give me a kid, but like, are you gonna be an active parent in their life, or are you just
But
trying
here's
to
the thing:
have a kid and that's it? Like,
what is she emitting that makes them believe that this girl just wants a kid?
Oh, see that kind of is a fair question though.
well, maybe
Because it's
because of
like,
her age,
if it's
right?
I said
no,
I
but
said
a
eight,
lot of
yeah.
people, you could say her age, and some people don't want kids.
This is true.
But like, there
I know
could
for
be
sure she wants
something.
to be married. That's one thing I know for sure.
Okay.
So
And that's the thing.
definitely.
So it's she has to be. We don't know what she's saying to the people. We don't know what's being said for them to because nobody's like. I don't know if it's maybe it could be like a generalized thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's literally like you say something and the person locks onto that
Mm-hmm.
and they're just gonna just oh you like Birkins? Okay, well I have a Birkin company when they don't. I can get you a Birkin when they can't. You want to see some Birkins? We can see them, but you're not getting them from me. Like it's
Yo.
just enough to keep you there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
But then
It's just,
that's not love. That is manipulation. And
But
that's not
of
even
course,
lust.
that's exactly what it is.
That
that's
is
But
not even
but
lust.
that's the thing. The girl or guy will believe it is, not knowing that like if you look at the time, you just been instead of being told to move, you're being told to look a certain direction every time. You're not
Mm-hmm.
moving anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
this is very
But then that's how you go wrong in relationships, and that's how the divorce rates start going higher.
Of course.
I mean, it's at 70% and above now.
Like,
I
I
mean,
mean, if people were going into it with the intention to actually find somebody who is compatible, I think
Hmm.
a lot of people would be happier in this world instead of trying to
getting like,
But that's also
get
a
one up.
sense of accountability to both sides of the coin. It's a sense of accountability. We can't keep saying that this person said this to me and take it as gold. We have to, we got to be accountable on both sides. We
Well,
we can't just be,
okay. So then, in saying that, is that also saying that people are inflating who they really are? That's one.
ooh,
Two, are you supposed to go into a dating situation or a dating scene with cynicism in your mind to think that anything that anybody says to you is lying?
no, okay,
Like,
Well, first
like,
off,
but you kind of have to be like,
I don't know you. You're a stranger. We're getting to know each
well,
other.
but you
well,
see, but
I'll say this.
but
I'll
people
say this because
project, and then you gotta see. Okay, people
people,
people say a lot of words and stuff, but like, I'll be skeptic.
But even if you are skeptical, how do you know that it's not true? Like, okay, prime example. I met a gentleman who was an artist, a performing artist. And I kid you not, I met two people who were like this,
Okay,
right? One of the gentlemen, he definitely was on podcasts, he was doing shows, etc., etc., right?
okay,
He had proof. I'm gonna put quotes around proof to show that he's been out in the limelight doing all this stuff. But when I really started to get to know this gentleman, he really was trash. Like, he did not have a career. He
yo,
was not a musician in any sort or any which way or form. He wasn't signed like he said he was. All these things, right?
okay,
Versus the other gentleman who I was talking to, he was also an artist, performing artist. Nothing on the internet. Very much very quiet. And when we met and when I saw where he lived, I was like, this isn't giving artists,
right.
especially someone who is a performing artist of your stature. Put quotes around it, stature. But then to find out later on, the man was on billboards, touring, this, that, and the third. It's just at that moment, what I saw and what he presented, I could not correlate to being, oh, you're this person.
Right.
But like a whole year later, realizing, oh, dang, you are who you said you are.
You are, yeah.
Versus the other
well,
person, they were giving me all the proof, all the showing, all the whatever to just follow nothing.
Hmm.
and at the end of the day,
Right?
action speaks louder than words. Then
Say which?
I would say, in the end of it, action speaks louder than words a
But
lot of the time.
but
Then,
then that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. The person who was showing me had the actions, while the other
Mhm.
person was showing me like a space that didn't have any action behind it.
but but hold,
Ooh, like
but hold on.
it was kind of,
Wait,
The
so the first the
reverse.
it was
first
kind of
one
reversed.
the
Yeah.
first one was the first one was showing you actions. You're saying the first one?
Yes. First one was showing me. They
Well,
had proof. They had up to date live
no,
stuff. They were on
hold
podcasts.
on.
They're getting interviews, this, that, and the third.
That person was showing you the end goal. He wasn't showing the actions per se. He's showing that I'm on a podcast. He didn't show you how he got the podcast.
If,
Oh, of course not. Not showing me the back behind how he got the and negotiated
And
his way or whether they reached out to him or whatnot. Of
right.
course not.
and that's the problem. A lot of
But am I
people
supposed to
that's
be in the situation where he's like picking up a call and be like, "Hey, my agent said da da da. Oh, see you next week." Like,
of course.
am I supposed to be privy to that when we're dating?
I mean,
I
these
think that
days,
can be
like,
a conversation.
But that's the part. Like,
I think that can be a conversation though. Because if someone is like you're dating someone and someone's saying, okay, you know, I'm it's what like what is what, like someone's like, okay, I gotta I gotta let's say for example, if you know that this house is let's say $50 million,
right,
okay,
and you know that someone has to sign, you have to do this. It all depends on what you know about that game, I guess, and the history of how you know it. Like for
right,
me, it'll be like a lot of times when I see certain things, I guess it all depends on the person. Because for me, if someone says, "Oh, that person does this," a lot of times I'll be like, "How?" And
yeah,
when I say how, And I see, for me, I always challenge it because when I challenge it based off the person's attitude, if it's a bad attitude, you didn't get it the right way.
Mm.
If it's a good one that you're able to elaborate and like talk, and if I give you questions and instead of you taking it as like an offense,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I'm like, boom. Like when as soon as you start taking offense, I'm like, okay, there's a problem here. There's either one, you're not getting it as you should get it, as you're acting like,
Mm-hmm.
or you got it in a way that you're ashamed to talk about.
Mm.
Oh,
But
shoot.
okay,
Okay.
but then on the flip side is if you are this person who you say you are, you showing or presenting this stuff, wouldn't you want to protect yourself from a gold digger?
Hence
But
why, yeah.
but
Yeah.
here's the thing. But here's the thing. A gold digger wouldn't want to see how you got it. A girl wouldn't. A gold digger would just want to know you got it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if that person is saying this is what they do, and the person who's like on the other side is like, oh, this person's this, they're that, they're whatever. It's like, well, even though both of them, as I said, both of them are performing artists, if I was a gold digger, I would have stayed regardless, right? Because
No,
you're a
you wouldn't.
performing artist.
I don't think so. You need something to hold on to.
But
You would
that's what I
need
mean.
the.
It's like it's just the fact that you're like, oh, this person has a potential. If one's showing that this is what they do, they're da da da. Oh, they get glitz, they get glam, they get whatever lights being
I
flashed
don't
on
give a
them.
fuck.
I would be staying there for the attention and the clout. The other
People ain't dating
person,
for potential anymore.
it's
People
like,
are dating for
oh,
potential.
when we see whatever happens and comes out of it, that's the long game strategy. This person says they're a performing artist, then maybe I should stay here because they're gonna eventually become whatever it is they said that they're doing.
Right.
Eventually.
But that's the thing. I don't think gold diggers are staying with gold diggers don't want potential. They want that. They want it
They
there.
want
They
it
want it there.
like
They
ready,
they
ready
don't.
made.
But
They
gold
want it
diggers stay
ready
for the long
made.
run. There's strategy
But
to it.
some, but no, I gotta counter. Some of them do though.
Yeah.
Some of them,
If they, that's if they see. But that's the thing. Is it really a gold digger if they see the work?
if they see
Yes.
the work.
Prime example,
If
what's
they
his
see
name?
the,
Who ended up giving all his like assets to his mother, and the wife was thinking that she was gonna get something.
Oh, the soccer player, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
but we don't know. But hold on, we don't know when they started dating and when they got married.
we don't. But she thought she was gonna be the one getting the money and getting half when she realized afterwards that she was the one having to pay out.
Right.
But that's the thing. You find out she's a gold digger after their marriage.
But that's
We
that's what
don't
I'm
know
saying.
what I. But this is the thing. Is it a gold digger if the person, you know, is literally the guy does not have it and he's working, getting it, he's doing what he has to do to get it, and he finally gets it, and the girl's been there the whole time to support him? I don't think that's gold digging. I think gold digging is if you already have it and she sees that you have it, and then she's like, cha-ching,
Okay,
You
well,
know
and
what?
I'm here.
how I define it is
Actually,
somebody's intention, and that was the original thing that I was saying. Their intention is to do a certain thing or particularly get something from you of quantity, money for their own self. That's the game.
Okay.
Gold digger is that they are digging for gold. That's it. So whether it's they see it immediately or they're there for the long haul, their whole intention is that they're walking away with half of whatever it is you have.
I was gonna say,
Period.
for those like are watching and listening, watch out for stuff where like they're in a relationship with you and they're introducing you to even quote
People.
unquote higher people,
Yeah.
so that when you build a relationship with that higher person, she or he, because I mean, gold digger's not really a
Gender.
gender thing, right?
Yeah.
But they can sit back and be like, "Ooh, okay, the meet. Oh, your meeting went well with that person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that person's like a billionaire. Da, da. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that means I get to, okay. Like you gotta watch for that too. The
Yeah.
But
whole networking.
the big thing is literally, I guess, for me, it's like, yes, there's that aspect of gold digging, but I feel like it's finding out the difference between gold digging and someone actually supporting your team.
Mm,
Right. But like because we're talking about dating, right?
Hmm.
Um it's just the fact that like people could show you or say they can say and present a version of themselves, and it is seems like it's in alignment, or they present what their everyday looks like, but it doesn't seem like there's an alignment, right? So that's why I say, like, when you're going and you're dating, are you supposed to all of a sudden come in with cynicism? Like, you're supposed to be skeptical every single time you date somebody? Like,
No,
what you
I
say
think
to
you
me
just need
is
to
not
ask a lot of
true.
questions. I think it's just asking
See?
questions.
And then this is that part where it's like women all always have these 21 questions on dating, and then people don't want to answer them.
And
And
that's the
then
problem if
whole
you don't want to
issue.
answer them.
Whole issue.
That's a problem if you don't want to answer them.
But but that's the thing, right? Like that's dating these days. A lot of these people have these questions, and then people are like, "Well, why are you so hasty to like have these answers?"
Because dating is clearly to get to know somebody. So it's good to ask
Facts.
these questions.
Hmm.
Very true. But I feel like a lot of people don't think that.
Well,
And that's where
Mm,
the logic part comes in.
that is the big problem with, Gen
That
Z
is the
and all these other
logic.
things.
it depends. I mean,
Like when people say, "Oh, what do you do? How much do you make?" Wow, wow, that's intrusive. Why do you want to know how much I make? Are you a gold digger? Oh gosh.
that's
I mean, if I'm gonna potentially have you as a partner for future, and I make a certain amount and you make a certain amount, and we come together, and our combined income now allows us to do certain things, wouldn't that be something that we would want to know? But
Of
no.
course, there's
Oh,
nothing wrong. There is
now.
nothing wrong. I'll say, a maturity thing is understanding there's nothing wrong with these type of questions.
Right.
Because you gotta know what people are getting themselves into.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I,
Because even J. Cole at one point, when he's asking questions in one of the songs, he's like, one of the things is literally one question he said, well, how much you dated, and the girl said 4 or 5. He's like, because of what's going on in this world, you got to multiply that by 3.
Which
That's
is
not
good.
okay,
but
and that's not how we should be thinking.
And
Ask the
that's a part of the
questions.
cynicism that I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah, so I would say, we're a maturity level that we're trying to take things to the next level or understand where people stand. There's nothing wrong with asking these questions. That's how I feel.
hmm.
Personally, there
I
might be
agree.
some tough questions that might you might have some struggle answering,
Yes.
but I mean, if you guys really want to make it work, it should be something that, y'all work out to talk about and get it going. It shouldn't be the person just being too nosy. You know what I mean?
But that's how some people look at it, right? Like, and
Well,
that's like, and even when you're saying that, I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying like that's how some people's attitudes are when it comes to dating. Like, how many times have I heard as a woman, let's just go with the flow.
Mm.
You know,
well,
like
well,
I'm just trying to feel things out. I'm not really ready to commit because that is what dating is. It's really just the arena of getting to know people and the possible chances. So therefore it's like I'm just feeling it out. I'm trying to go with the flow. I'm trying to be
at the end of the day,
that's what it is.
if you if you go with the flow always ends up in the sewer.
That's okay.
Going with the flow,
But
it
you
all it
never know.
always ends up in the sewer.
But you never know.
Even bodies of water have some type of restriction, some type of thing. They have a flow, but it has like some type of restriction. You go with the flow, the main thing that's sure to go with flow is a sewer. So,
Wow.
And
and then,
how do you actually like deal with situations like that where the logic of the situation may not be working, but emotionally you are invested? And is that
well, the
love?
Bible says the
Mm.
heart is carnal in all its ways, so you got to use your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You might fall if you fall in love with a girl, but then you know she's a setup thing. I mean, I think it is a smart idea to make sure your doors are locked.
I'm
But at the same time, why would you want to put yourself in a situation you're basically an ox to the slaughter? And that's where wisdom comes to play, guys. Wisdom.
that's
You only get that after trials and tribulation, though.
that's the only thing.
Not necessarily. No, 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 no.
It's,
Don't make anybody fool you with that.
Hey, I
Wise,
never said
wise
it, and I
people.
never said that it had to be your own trials and tribulations.
just you walk
Oh, okay,
from
okay, okay,
I
good.
said it
And
has
all
to
right,
be
all right.
after trials and tribulations.
Okay, that's
like
good.
you
As
can
long as it's
watch
not your own.
you can
That's
watch
not.
like afar and be like, oh, That's how you got met. Oh, okay. I'll
right?
take note. What not to
Because
do.
wise people learn from others.
Right.
Wise people do learn from others.
They
I
do.
don't need to.
Here's what
I
not
don't
to
need
do.
to. I don't need to experience what it's like to get shot in my head to know that if I get shot in the head, I can have a likely chance of that. You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't need to. There's certain things I don't need to
Yeah.
experience to prove that. Oh, you know what I mean? I don't need to experience that. Why do I need to experience that?
Yeah, but I feel like there are some things that you do have to experience. No matter how many times other people experience it the way that they experience it, you don't know yourself until you get into the situation itself.
Mm.
And you don't
I
know
disagree.
yourself until you get into the
I
situation
I'm
yourself.
talking about like detrimental. Like if someone's
But you
telling me
never know what's
foolishness,
detrimental.
I, I think I do.
Heartbreak for
If
some people is detrimental. Being dumped
No,
on or rejected is detrimental for some people.
which I get. Those things are like common.
D-
Like those are common like things that happen when it's just too. That's just an indifference. You know what I
is
mean?
it? I don't think so. I don't. The heartbreak and breakups are not just common for a lot of people, especially when, oh, even if I put the math and the numbers to it, especially when only a certain percentage of people are getting married, only a certain percentage of people are dating, a good majority of people have not really had relationships when you think of it.
mm.
So heartbreak and rejections and all these things is not normal for a lot of people.
I feel like it's a common thing.
Nah,
I don't
man.
know.
Nah.
Maybe something's wrong with me, but it
Nah.
seems being common to me.
Nah.
But hey, what do I know?
Out of
What do
10
I know?
people that I know, I can definitely say only 4 people I would know will say that they've dealt and experienced with heartbreak and continue to date
Okay.
or be in relationships. Out of 10. 4 people. The rest of the 6, either 3 of them have never been in a committed relationship or really don't date. And the other 3, they had one heartbreak and they are scared to even go back and date.
Oh shoot.
Uh,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a majority in my vicinity.
Heartbreak, you got the best of
And you
me.
don't know how some people handle like emotional heartbreak, physical heartbreak, what type of heartbreak situation it was, whether it was
Ooh.
cheating, whether it was like just
Physical, emotional.
indifferences. Yeah, like
Yeah.
indifferences.
Grew
Maybe it was
apart.
habitual things growing apart. Like some people can't handle the fact that somebody else is they're like, you know what? We're just not compatible. And I think it's best that we separate.
Separate.
What?
What?
What? How are we not compatible when I've done all this and I've given my life to do whatever and you always seem happy and blah 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 and
Gee.
I moved or I did this for my life to be able to
Oh,
accommodate you
I
or da da
moved.
da.
I moved. That one's a whole. Yo, I changed countries, states, provinces, and this is how you repay
Right? It's
me?
been 2 years.
Damn.
Like that. Some
With
people can't recover from that.
Mm-mm.
with that, geez, I want to thank you guys for listening and watching. If you have any questions, concerns, complaints, and heartbreaks, send it to askthevent@gmail.com. That's ASKTHEVENT@gmail.com. Do you guys have any plugs?
You can find me on Instagram at the NerdZ, TheNerdZZZ, and definitely check out Revelers. Their registration is open for Caravana. If you are looking to participate and chip down the road as a masquerader, definitely check them out. And we will be down on the road on Front Street or Lakeshore. Lakeshore.
It should
Yes, Lakeshore. Chipping down the road together.
right. At Lakeshore. Remember, guys, Lakeshore. Del Najero Hero, DELNIJIRO. TikTok, which shouldn't be banned. Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, that's it for now.
Uh, Jay Hannaville on Instagram, Blue Pistols on Twitch. I gotta go back to being a lawyer soon. Um,
Oh, right, right.
Blizzard Boys coldest pod out. Um, and I'll be live at Sunday Social. I'm joking. Most likely, but yeah. I'm outside somewhat.
Finally.
Did you say finally?
No.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow. That's
anyway, anyway. If you have any questions or concerns, send to askthevent@gmail.com. We're on all streaming DSPs. If we're not there, let us know. Other podcasts, you want to collab? Let's collab. Let's talk. Let's do things. Shout out to Babsy
yeah. Yeah.
for
Yes.
sharing her story. Shout out to her and Six Views. Shout out to Six Views. And yeah. Anything y'all like to say over there?
No, that's everything.
Keep up with the
All
comments.
right.
Keep up with the likes. Subscribe and ting. Yeah. That's really it for now. This is the vent, and we're out. Peace.
Wash your hands.